don't care about women's money. We don't care about women's competence. We don't care about women's height. We don't care about all the things that you care about in a man. Attraction isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So you became the man that you want. So all these other guys that you're meeting, they don't qualify for you. But the only guy that did meet your standards, guess what? You didn't qualify for him.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size.
You just called him short. We don't want a woman that's only gonna base us based off our height. I'm 6'4", he's 5'8".
I didn't judge his character.
But you judge his height and he doesn't qualify for you. The same way he doesn't qualify for you, with your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for.
Give me a second. No, he's just...
I was never speaking down on you. I was speaking to the queen in you. All human beings, we got the fool in us or the king or the queen in us. Like the man, he has a fool in him, but he also has a king in him. And that woman should always speak to the king in him. A woman has a fool in her, but she also has a queen in her. Me speaking to the fool in you would have been, you just as good as you are. Those guys are the problem. But I spoke to the queen in you. You could do much better than where you are now. But in this world, it's socially unacceptable for men to speak to the queen in a woman. If we speak in the truth to a woman, it's looked at, you're being negative. You're speaking down on me. You're shaming me. But this podcast, no fugazi, so we got to keep it real.
Very, very true. And shout out to the No Fugazi podcast.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a two-way streak. So she disqualified... If you watch the whole thing, so she disqualified the guy beside him, the co-presenter, based on his height. I think he was 5'8". That's something he can't change.
Yep.
There are things that men can do to appear taller, but doesn't really matter. She disqualified him because he was short. Now, she's more heavy set. That's something she can change.
Yep.
But what he's saying to her is that your dating options, because you are overweight, you're making it harder. Your dating pool becomes smaller.
Yeah.
Even though, because the thing is, a lot of women will say to each other, you're good as you are. So if you ask them, what do you rate yourself? I'm a 10 out of 10. This means take me as I am.
Yeah.
There's no room for improvement and I'm perfect. Now, if you ask a guy and he might be 6'5", making money, good looking, and he might say, I rate myself a 6. Because I think guys off the top, they are more humble. Where women speak, like he was saying, speak to the fool in each other.
Yeah.
You a hot chick, there's nothing wrong with you. But they say Lizzo is she's hot, she's nice. But if I said to a woman, you remind me of Lizzo, she'll take offense.
Yeah.
So you're not being honest with each other. And that's what you see happen quite often.
You see it, yeah, more than quite often.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of women do definitely talk to the fool in each other and not the queen. I love how what he said to her. I have watched the whole thing, so I do know more of a backstory in regards to this particular video. Just to have a little backstory. I can't remember her exact age, but I believe she's in her 30s.
I think she was 34.
Okay. And she's also, from what she says, which they did
She's
debate about, she's a virgin.
Cap.
Stop the cap.
So then...
Or go on anyway.
So yeah, that's what she says. Let's say she is correct. He's trying to explain to her the reason why you are not in a relationship and you're not married at your age is because it's probably due to the first factor is your weight.
Appearance.
Because no one's saying she's not a nice person, but he's trying to explain to her
what could be
men are visual,
possibly holding you back.
Yes, men are visual, and you like women that's in shape, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's your preferences. Are there men out there that like maybe big, heavier set women? Yes, but the majority do not. So let's be honest, right? So that's what he's trying to explain to her. He's not trying to be horrible.
But then she tried to do the whole manipulation thing, start crying. But then how do you think that guy felt when you told him he don't qualify and you disqualified him because of his height?
Yeah.
But then he just took it on the chin and said, all right, no problem. I'm not your type. No problem. But she couldn't take it when it was her turnaround.
Exactly.
This is why I say a lot of the time women can't take rejection.
They can't.
You know, it's jacked up. But at the end of the day, I think guys are visual. So if you're heavier set, I mean, there's a market for it. But I think most dudes want a woman in shape.
Yeah.
Think about it like this, right? If you're if you're at home and your house is burning down, I want to be able to carry my woman over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I can carry a heavy set woman over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So just try to visualize it like that. Like, imagine carrying whatever else that you find important.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much to carry.
The kids.
It's too much to carry.
Mm-hmm.
But the point I'm making is visually, guys prefer an in-shape woman, a hot chick. That's what they like.
Mm-hmm.
I think women can, if she says, okay, I want a dude 6 foot, she can maneuver around if he like has his finances right, if he's handsome, and if he's that guy. I think she can put aside his height.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying the guys can't, but I'm saying for the most part, your looks is quite high up there for men.
Okay, that is true, but I think men would even take a woman that's not as hot, who maybe has a little bit of fat cellulite here and there, over a woman that is hot and has a terrible mentality. Yeah. I think men don't overlook certain things. I think if he finds a woman, she's a good woman, he would accept her for what she is. And I'm not saying that he doesn't want her to be fit and sexy and hot. And of course you do. But I'm just saying, I think a man can accept.
So a guy would downgrade in looks to upgrade in quality.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of women, they ain't really trying to do that in any aspect. He has to be over 6 foot. He has to be making 6 figures. And he has to have a 6-pack.
And let's see how that works out.
It doesn't. That's my point.